In our episode of Letters of African Journalists, Zainab Mohammed Saleh looks at the controversial question of Vogue in the prudent, Muslim nation of Sudan. They were charged of galloping camels and horses in villages seen as sympathetic to mob, flaming them to the land, murder the men and abusing the female. It is not completely precise why the ex-fighters include now undertaken to razor off Afros, but the hairstyles tend to be related in prudent sectarian and public circles in human beings who are abnormal. Gown is really a resentful object in Sudan, wherever Vogue can get you in anxiety. The actions of the ex-Janjaweed fighters reminded human beings of the social procedure police force, who frequently detention and whip female for tiring which they see as obscene clothing, love pants. They as well detention tea lady and some sensitive female for work in social places. The social procedure police force are contentious in Sudan, yet several Sudan conduct as prudent view on a female's stance in community and how they should see. They wish to see female cover their heads and tiring length skirts or abayas, length dark robes. They were set up by the present mode of CEO Omar al-Bashir, who came to force in an Islamic-backed coup in 1989. He driven behind Sharia, or Muslim Act, that had been hanging in 1985. Amal Habani, a rights militant in the team No to Female Suppression, said the UK-based trustee paper how among 43,000 and 50,000 female are detained and flogged each year by social procedure police force since of their clothes. A few days up the Afro indignation, View was separated on the way a ex-TV bearer and females' rights campaign participant answered to a visible imam and Muslim law scientist who told sex oppression and kid wedding could both of be justifiable. They were take portion in a discussion on DWTV on which female in Sudan wish. We am Shawaji said the imam how he should talk things love equivalent pay instead of a focus on a female's exterior, and how which was in a female's cabinet was her own selection. Several human beings on public print were indignant at which they saw as Ms. Shawaji's irreverent relation to the imam, but other told her color reflecting the disappointment lot female sense on which they see as an obsolete worldview. In the wake-up of the TV discussion, Ms. Shawaji acquired threats of Sudan men on public print for reflecting her direct view. The 28-year-old, who as well rest a coffee house how has been a hub for artists and musicians in Khartoum, had to go in concealment. The discussion has not tempered the actions of the social procedure police force, who recent monthly detained artist Mona Magdi Salim following human beings share pictures of her on public print sing at a gig in Khartoum tiring pants. She has been loaded in dress improperly and many faces penalty by whipping if found those guilty. Onto a Thomson Reuters basis examination recent year, Sudan was one of the 5 lowest countries while it came to females' rights in the Arabic planet, upcoming 17th out of 22. Winnie Omer is a reporter and rights campaign participant who is else sample of a vocals female in Sudan cladding harassment. She was detained recent year time walk on the road in her friends for tiring obscene clothes, though she was tiring a length petticoat at the period. In the late, she was found not those guilty. A few months after, the police force detained her once again, in other time newcomer her boyfriend. They were all charged of creature prostitutes and prohibited of traveling external the nation. Following conducting the history year or so in and out of trial, Ms. Omer controlled get permit recent monthly to keep the nation for her graduate teaching in humane rights overseas. Her instance is yet anticipated. The length story of the social procedure police force in Sudan shows how the institution is frightened of any shape of changing, concerning it as a risk to their credibility. Now it seems how youthful men reflecting their personality by tiring afros, dreadlocks or cheap hanging pants may as well be cladding the identical destiny as female who include been offended for year for needing to break down in Muslim and Arabic language mores.